1970s. Prices at a record $5.75 according to data from AAA. For truckers like Rissick, this is the trucker they made a story about, that means they're spending as much as $1,700 refueling their trucks every single day. Now, you put two and two together and it's not worth it to stay in business anymore. And this will cause more and more inflation in the trucking industry. Likewise, we're hearing warnings at a time. We must pray and hope that this summer season will be cooler than expectations because your electricity and cooling bills will skyrocket like you've never seen before. On top of that, we talked about the tampon shortage in the country, and now everybody's noticing it. Everybody's talking about it. Women are facing a problem here, mothers specifically, with the shortage in baby formula and now tampons. This is absolutely unacceptable. It is the kind of thing that you see in third world countries, not in the richest country in the world, the United States of America. And even Michael Burry, the Big Short, is now warning that inflation will soar even higher. Forget about peak inflation; it's not happening. The Fed remains way behind the curve, regardless of what they're going to do tomorrow. But as we all aware, Michael Burry, the Big Short, made his bones shorting the housing market back in the financial crisis. So when he talks about the housing market, we must all listen. And now he says mounting pressures are being flagged in the housing market. We're seeing mortgage rates skyrocketing to 6% right now. The assumption is we're going to see mortgage rates moving even higher. The problem right now is we have a massive shortage in housing, and nobody's going to dump their houses at this point. So what is the remedy for housing inflation? Unfortunately, the answer is unemployment. Unemployment will not happen in the economy without the Fed being too aggressive in raising interest rates. And of course, the Big Short, Michael Burry, disappeared from Twitter again. And every time he does that, a disaster happens. But you got to pay attention now. We're talking about inflation. That is one part of stagflation. Inflation is moving higher. What about the other side of stagflation? The pace of economic activity, well, that is slowing down dramatically. The crash in the stock market that we are still in right now has raised over $3 trillion out of U.S. households' wealth. And they said before that if the stock market goes down and the wealth impact among households drop down, then inflation is going to go away. Well, we're not seeing that, not even close. And the reason is inflation has always been a monetary phenomenon. If you're the Fed and you continue to wait and hope for a miracle, inflation is going to disappear on its own. You're sadly mistaken. Inflation is not going to go away without action from the Fed, aggressive action. All we're going to see right now is stagflation crushing the economy, eating the wealth impact, creating unemployment in the economy, destroying demand in the economy. Inflation will persist without action from the Fed. We're already seeing the tsunami of layoffs. Goldman Sachs is now warning the job market is cooling down rapidly. Here's the evidence. Last week we heard from Coinbase. Of course, they announced step number 1, freezing new hiring. Step number 2, removing job offers. And step number 3 is layoffs. And last week, the douchebag CEO of Coinbase told his workers to quit if they don't believe in top executives. This fool and the likes are going to be in for a rude awakening because in the last 10 years or so, we've seen this cult of personality in Silicon Valley rises. All of these founders who've been raising billions of dollars from VCs and they think they're gods because the stock market was easy under the cocaine operation by the Fed of quantitative easing and stimulating the economy and the stock market artificially. They have absolutely zero respect for the workers or appreciation for that fact. These workers are not slaves. They're working hard to feed their families. But these cult of personality types forgot about management 101. How to be a good manager. How to make your employees feel as they were part of a team. That the company's success is their success. If the company does better, they will do better. Individual accomplishment and individual credit being acknowledged and celebrated in the organization. We're not seeing any of that in the current employment culture in America. What we're seeing instead is these cult of personality types not appreciating the workers. They think the workers are disposable. In the case of Coinbase is just one proof. Fast forward to this week. Now we heard that Coinbase is laying off approximately 1,100 employees. Of course, we know the CEO is warning about a recession. Now, give it a little bit of time. Crypto's going to crash. Perhaps Coinbase will go entirely out of business. When you make your employees feel part of the team, part of the organization, the success of the organization is their success. Now they have a stake in the game. But this is not happening in America. We're seeing workers being dissatisfied and not incentivized to work at all. They're only working because they have to. This is not a good culture, not a good business culture in this country. So now when you have a dynamic of higher inflation and slowing down the pace of economic activities evident by these layoffs and the decline in wealth impact, what do you got? You got stagflation. Stagflation in time leads to a recession. And now we have the CEO of Morgan Stanley who says that there is a 50-50 chance for recession. Wow, what a genius. But of course, he's not going to upset the banking industry by saying that. So he backtracked and said, but the recession is not going to be long. Well, really, here's the problem, Mr. Morgan Stanley, whatever your name is. Listen to the French finance minister who said rising U.S. bond yields show that the era of cost-free money is over. So when you say that the recession is going to be short-lived, what is your evidence? What do you base the case on? Because we only got out of the great financial crisis of '09 by the Fed printing more money and easing the monetary policy. Well, we can't do that anymore because we got inflation. And the Fed is already closer to a very important alliance for EY because EY understands that we have